Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. What's up, everybody? I'm seeing something being written up here. What's going on? What is this? What is this? It's a Silver Surfer, PA Stewart. Da 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 da. Joker, let it be. House by you. What? What's going on? Okay, I don't. There's attack on the professor's chair. How rude. Spitball. Yes. Okay, guys. Yes. Okay, here's the truth of it. And I understand if you want to leave for a couple minutes and go check this out. Yes, Professor Bill is on Pornhub. No, I'm not doing anything silly or stupid or whatever. Professor Bill is actually on Pornhub with a single video. I'm planning on putting up another one either tonight or tomorrow. I'm just doing it's just a comic book review, but it's a nudie comic book. And I just figured, you know what? I will be the first ever comic book reviewer to go up on Pornhub. And for the sake of conversation, I figured, you know what? Just in case something stupid happens with, YouTube, I got another place to go. So, and I figured, I just figured, let me just give it a shot, because you never know until you try it. So, yeah. Anyway, what do we got here? Breaking barriers. So, let's see. 27 Bangs is already fapping. Oh, dude. I don't take my shirt off for it. Mark Guerrero, what's up? Yeah, sorry, I'm a little late. My bad, guys. I was out. I wanted to do my Doom Patrol review. I forgot to review yesterday's Doom Patrol. I meant to do it yesterday. I had the time. I just completely forgot it was Friday because it's spring break, you know? So, go freaking figure. Anyhow, that was the, yeah. So, I didn't do it yesterday. I was going to do it today. I was waiting until it aired at 9. And then just as I'm getting ready to go and do that, my wife's like, hey, I scheduled us to go to a maple syrup thing. You know, we're in Canada, so you got to look at maple syrup. Now is actually the time for people to go out and get maple syrup and make maple syrup, believe it or not. It is the perfect temperature here in Canada for maple syrup season. And that's actually, apparently, that's where spring break actually came from, at least in Canada. I would imagine possibly in other places too. America and Canada are actually the only two countries in the world that produce maple syrup. That's going to change because of climate change, and that's no one president's fault. That's all of the president's fault over the past 20 years or so, ever since Carl Sagan has been telling us about it. Climate change, it's a real thing. It's going to mess with us. Maple syrup within the next 20 years will no longer be able to be produced in the United States anymore. Canada will have a 100% hold on maple syrup. And there's nothing that anybody can do about it because you got the trees, you got the soil, but maple syrup only, can be tapped at around a certain time. So yeah, I learned something. At a certain temperature. So imagine that. Yeah, I learned something. Anyway, so yeah. That's what I was out doing all day today. So I came home. Oh, and I've got an Explained in a Minute coming up. I've got a 10 Things About video that's going to air tonight. I'm going to put it out. And it's actually one of the Doom Patrol characters. I'm not saying who. It's not Danny the Street. Okay, I'm thinking about doing him next week, but just putting it out there. Okay, so let's... Oh, yeah, anything can happen. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, Silver Surfer. It's one of the reasons why you're the main man up in here. Yes, I am late, sorry. Yes, I'm freaking sad, Sean, that Silencer got canceled. You can see I put it up in there. Issue number 18 is going to be the final issue. That's going to be in June. June will be the final issue of Silencer. I am so mad. Y'all have no idea. Also, there's going to be a couple things going on in June. Slade Wilson is about to die. Deathstroke. It's huge. They just, boom, put on all the comic book channels and everything. Slade Wilson is apparently supposed to die. And the Terminix, I think it's called Terminix thing that they're doing. Terminus Agenda, excuse me. Terminus Agenda. It's going to be a crossover between the Deathstroke comic book and the Teen Titans comic book. Lobo is coming to Earth because he found out about his daughter and he has to kill his daughter. Yeah, sounds weird, right? But that's what Lobo does. He kills every other... I can't remember what his race of people are called. But anyway, his race of people, he can be the only one. Apparently it's going to be a big deal that he can be the only one. That's why he kind of had to kill all of them. Anyhow, so he's going to come and try and kill his daughter now. She, of course, already wants to kill her dad. It's like in her genes. So, and then Deathstroke is supposed to be hired to go and infiltrate and find out all this stuff. So, somehow Deathstroke is going to wind up getting offed by one of the Teen Titan members. We don't know which one. That's kind of a big deal. What do you call it? What else? Silver Surfer. Not Silva Surfa. No, Silver Surfer. There's going to be a new Silver Surfer series coming out. Written by... Dun, dun, dun... Donnie Mother effing Cates. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Donnie Cates is going to be writing the Silver Surfer. Oof. And it looks like it's going to be the same artist for the Dan Slott run. So I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or not. Peter David is coming back to the Hulk. There's going to be a Hulk Last Call graphic novel or one-shot, something to that effect. And he's going to be writing that. I'm looking forward to that. Also, Chris Claremont, Larry Hama, and Sam Keith are coming back to Wolverine for something similar for Wolverine. Wolverine Exit Wounds. Exit Wounds. Wolverine Exit Wounds. Yes. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So I'm looking forward to all that crazy stuff. All right, let's get on to you guys' comments and all that good stuff. What do we got here? Ghost Skittle, what's going on, dude? Subham is here. Raven, what's going on? Okay, good. My fact checker. You know what? Like, what do you call it? There's a lot of politicians that need fact checkers. I've got my own fact checker, politician or not, and that's Raven. Dude knows pretty much anything and everything. Let's see. Said some stuff for the segment. Oh, okay, cool. I was wondering when my phone was going crazy. That usually means I'm getting emails, but all right. Sylvia Vidal. Hello, how are you? Are you still into Tom King's Batman? Yeah, I do the reviews every 2 weeks when they come out. It's, you know, there's some good with it, there's some bad with it, but I'm still going to check it out because it's kind of cool. Hi, by the way, what's up? Hey, if Terrifics gets canceled, at least then we'll have Metamorpho and Batman and the Outsiders. Now, if only they add Halo and Geoforce. Good point, Mark, by the way. Sup? I don't know that Terrifics is going to be canceled, but yeah, I'm so mad that freaking Silencer got canceled. There's just no way. How is that even possible? Unbelievable. So, why are you dead? why is Mark dead? How did that happen? Anyway, let's see. Crap! Oh my God, this goes up really far. 7-ish. Let's go back here so I can get everybody. Big Fats Podcast is deads. I don't know why you're deads, but Salamat, my friend, get better. Ghost Skill. Yes, I'm breaking barriers by being on Pornhub, doing a comic book review on Pornhub. I did. What the heck was it called? Zombie Tramp. I did Zombie Tramp on there, and I'm going to be doing Vamp Blade. I'm going to be putting up Vamp Blade review on Pornhub also. So yes, I Professor Bill's on Pornhub. Check me out. 27 Bangs, what's up? You finished fapping? You got both hands free? Because I saw that. Chillmonger, yes, I'm revolutionary. Slay, what's going on, dude? That's cheese. Can I be a Dick Fillmore is a mod here and in the Facebook group. By the way, guys, I told everybody in the Facebook group last week that I did the video on Pornhub. So yeah, that was like an exclusive over there. I'm gonna try and do some exclusives here or there. I've obviously got exclusives up on Pornhub. I'm gonna try and do an exclusive review once in a while on Twitter, and every so often I go live on Facebook. So yeah, I'm gonna try. Oh, and I got to start doing some stuff on some more stuff on Instagram. I didn't put anything on Instagram this week because on Tuesday or on Wednesday, Instagram went down. Facebook and Instagram were like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't upload anything. I tried to upload, I think, 6 things to Instagram. Got the figures, posed them and everything, and Instagram was like, F you. I'm like, fine. So yeah, sorry. I'm going to try and do some exclusive stuff over on Instagram too. So seriously, guys, go to my front page. Follow me on all those things. I would like to have a lot of people follow me on, the Instagram and the Twitter and stuff like that, because it's like a status symbol. So please, pretty please. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Plus, I'm more likely to get my questions answered from the big time people over at Marvel and DC. Like, you see a little guy and they're just like, psh, he's got like 8 subs. Screw this guy. But yeah. So that access. I'm already a good person. I don't bash people's comic books, so, or at least I don't bash the people. Let's see. Eric Odd, what's going on, man? I hope you're. Oh, I just saw a super chat. I think I'm obligated to go down there and read that. Slay, thanks for being epic. Thank you much, Slay, for the £5. Nice. That's like $10 over here. So nice. Much appreciated, dude. Slay. I was just about to read one of your things. Also, hope your wife doesn't mind you being on there and all. You know what's funny? Yeah, I told my wife I was going to go on Pornhub, and she's just like she stopped because she used to be really religious. You know what I'm saying? Like, she used to be uber extremely religious. Now, not so much. But she just stopped and she had to like process. It's like, babe, all I'm doing. She's like, no, stop. I need to let it settle. I'm like, okay. And it actually took 2 days for her to say, okay, you're just doing reviews on there, right? I was like, huh? She's like, Pornhub. You're only going to be doing, what do you call it? Videos on there. You're not going to be taking off your clothes or anything. I was like, listen, babe, maybe 20 years ago, maybe 10 years ago even, sure, but no, not now. I'm not going to be taking off my clothes or anything. She's like, all right, I could be okay with that. So, okay, there you go. Yes, she's okay with it. Gray was wondering what happened to the Doom Patrol. Yeah, sorry, just busy. Have you watched? It's just some random guy's videos, pretty fun stuff. I watched one of his things, Mark Guerrero. Thank you for putting that up. Yes, I watched one of his things, how he does the videos. I actually showed my wife that also, because she really wants me to start doing that, because, I got like 1 million figures. Yeah, she totally wants me to start doing that stuff, so there's that. Hold on, oh, yes, James Gunn is back also. Yes, and I put up on Twitter that Disney owes him an apology. I don't need to see the apology being a public apology, even though James Gunn made a public apology. There's lots of different ways to judge when I say man, I mean a human, all right? So in general, there are many ways to judge a human. And, a lot of people say, like, oh, you're not a real man if you do this. And that, the no true Scotsman argument, nonsense. For me, you're a real man if you can own up to your mistakes. You can fess up and you can actually apologize. You don't have to be like, I'm sorry. But you just be like, listen, I realize I did something wrong. My bad. Like, that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's a strong measure of a man. James Gunn did that. For something that happened 10 years ago, he did that. He apologized for it, back then several times before, whatever. It's like, it's over. It should be over. For Disney to go and do that, that makes me want to start dredging up some of Disney stuff, like putting up racist videos and Nazi propaganda videos, making Donald Duck an Adolf Hitler sympathizer, for doing what is it, Brer Rabbit and the Tar Baby or whatever it was, right? Wasn't that what it was? Is that what it was called? But that was definitely making fun of black people. There can be zero doubt that's exactly what it was. Like, they used to do stuff like this. I'm sorry, we're just supposed to forgive that. If Disney can't forgive the past, We're supposed to? No, wrong answer. So they tried, oh, we were always planning on bringing him back. Shut up. You never should have gotten rid of him in the first place. That only made haters, feel like they won something. And they did. Technically, they did. And you also gave DC the Suicide Squad. So good job, jackasses. Wow, we're going to have a great Suicide Squad movie coming up. I am looking forward to it. Thank you, Disney. And learn how to apologize. I really hope they did do a private apology to him, though. I really hope they did. I like this group can judge anyone. I grew up on him and that show. Barney made so many jokes about Canada and maple syrup. Eddie Kidd, what's going on, dude? You maple syrup dealing thugs. That's right, we're going to be thugs, dude. Hey, Tim Ford, what's going on? Hawk World in the house. Hey, Professor, what do you think of those Black Adam movies with the Hawkman rumors? I need some confirmation before I get excited, but some rumors are better than none. I need to know that the movie's going to be good. That's all I care about. Dude, I'm a patient guy. I can wait 20 years for a Hawkman movie as long as it's good when it comes out. It's like, I don't remember how to translate it in English, but there's an Arabic saying, anything that you have to rush for isn't worth having. You know what I'm saying? I'm a strong believer in that. So, yeah, I don't want any of that nonsense rushed. As long as it's good. What's up, Caleb? How you doing? Donnie's getting Silver Surf. Yep, talked about that. Also, your boy Quasar is coming back. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to Wendell Vaughn coming back. Would you write Silencer? I can answer that question, Gray, without even reading anything further. Hell's yes, I would love to write Silencer just to keep her going. If you got the chance, I really want to see it continue at some point. Dude, I don't know that I would write it for free, but I would come in at a massively reduced rate. Just because I want the experience. I want all that stuff. But yes, I would love to be able to write Silencer. Just understand, I don't know how to write for comic books. I don't know how to actually do all of the, I could write, in the form of paragraphs and stuff like that, or and the word boxes are here. I want this, but I'd have to actually look up what the proper format is for writing comic books so that I could send that information over to whoever's going to be drawing the thing. But, dude, yes, for an opportunity, I would write Silencer in a heartbeat. Deathstroke just got cast for Titans. Great. Which means he's, of course, going to have to be darker than the freaking Titans. Red Hood, what's going on, dude? Subam, all Bendis Superman will end up crossing over in some way. Action Comics, plus they got the freaking event coming up. They got an event coming up. Bendis is going to be writing an event featuring Leviathan. Oh, boy. How do you feel about just did that Ghost Skittle? Lobo is a Highlander. There can be only one. My name is Lobo McLeod from the Clan McLeod. Raven, did you see they're doing Bane on Gotham? No, I haven't been watching it. Sorry. Sarzian, thank you, Ghost Skittle. You are freaking awesome. Don't forget to hit like everyone. Yes, Slay's correct. Don't forget to hit like everyone. 27 Mangs. I'll be checking that out. David Presley, what's going on, dude? Did you hear about the stupid controversy over the Captain Marvel movie, the empty seats in theaters? This is a picture of me. Not even caring, dude. There's been lots of, I just saw it, I think this morning I just saw it. It just passed as the #1 highest grossing movie with a female lead. So there aren't a whole lot of movies with a female lead. That should say something right there. Kevin Feige is still moving forward, saying Captain Marvel is going to be leading the Marvel Universe. Not only Marvel, but the MCU and Disney as a whole is 100% behind him. So all the haters out there, it's not going anywhere. Listen, I'm going to do a slight PSA right now, okay? I'm going to try and make this as quickly as I possibly can. I understand. I really do. I understand. This is not me being snarky or anything like that. I get the idea that Brie Larson pushes a feminist agenda. She's not doing that in the movie. You really have to be desperately looking for something to see that in the movie, because I was looking for it and I didn't see it. That being said, what do you call it? Women have not had a whole lot of leads in movies. The previous highest grossing movie with a female lead was what's it called? Beauty and the Beast. the with Hermione Granger. I forget what her real name is. That was the previous highest grossing movie with a female lead in it. I'm sorry, I watched that with my wife and my kids. It wasn't good. It just simply wasn't good. It is what it is. Give me the cartoon any day of the week. You know, it wasn't bad, but it really wasn't good. So there's that. There is no rewatchability in that, as far as I'm concerned. But I get it. People coming out of nowhere and saying, "Oh, toxic masculinity and fragile masculinity and this and that and the other thing," and that's an awful lot. Plus, you know, I'm going to do like a very quick little sympathy for the white man thing, or as Silver Surfer would call it, tender feet, which I can go for that one also. I get it. It's too much, like, you know, the racism thing, the cultural appropriation thing, all these different things. They're all coming out at one time, all of it at one time. And there's so much information coming out at one time. There's no chance, even if people are looking for it, they're not looking for it. It's too much to keep up with. There's too much blame coming in, and everybody has the right to say, it wasn't me. You can blame my ancestors if you want, but like, I didn't do any of that stuff. I get it. I genuinely do. Like, people have a hard time even looking up what feminism actually is, because there's too much stuff coming in, and you hear something, you make an assessment, you make a quick judgment. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Look, I am not threatened by women being leads in movies. I'm simply not. You know what I'm saying? If you are, maybe it's not so much that you're threatened. Maybe it's just the idea that, like I said, it's too much too soon. And in that case, I get it. That being said, I'm just going to move on. All right? I'm going to move on from there. I get it, but the world is changing. The world is changing big time. And we don't want to be like our parents. I remember when I was a kid, you know, my mom doesn't even know how to change the time on a VCR. Doesn't know how to set the timing on a VCR. Ha 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 ha. I do. A lot of good that does me now. Right? So I do keep up with technology fairly well. Not so much social media. Unfortunately, I'm being forced to follow a lot of, or, you know, to learn about social media a lot right now. But that's the thing. Getting hung in the past, you do start to feel and act and be a Neanderthal. You know, those guys were wiped out of existence, right? We're just moving on. That's all there is. That's really all there is. Let's see. Actually, different artists like Mike Allred did Dan's run. Oh, it was different artists? Okay, cool. Thank you, Sean. Wait, how do I retract my last message? Why do you need to retract? What was your last message? Yay? Your last one was yay? Yeah, I forgot Bill's how. Oh, how's it? Everything's cool, man. Everything's cool. I sent stuff for the segment. I got you already. I got you, Sean. Captain Marvel's doing fantastic despite the controversy. Yep. Red Hood, are you going to review the new Superman Black Label comic? Yes, I sure as hell am. You better believe I am. Mark Guerrero, 5 days till the Disney Fox deal is finalized. I know, this is the first time I've ever been happy for a Monopoly. You know, besides when I play the board game and destroy everybody in the room. Mr. DC Comics, what's up, people? What's up, Mr. DC Comics? How you doing? Chillmonger, what about the James Gunn stuff? Did it. Mike Podesta. At least it's not John Podesta. We're good. Anybody who follows politics is like, ooh, nice one. Anybody who doesn't, look it up. So, Mike Podesta, Silver Surfer new artist, is not the All Reds. It's a new one. All right, cool. Looks like it, though. Just saying. Dark Arc issue 15 is crazy, man. I'm not saying anything else. Oh, hold on now, David Presley. What's up with that? What's up with that? When did that come out? Wait, is that... I didn't read my indie comics yet. Is that... Oh, yeah, right here. Bang. Okay, yeah, that came out. So I'm going to check that one out. Plus the final issue for Blackbird. I got Calamity Jane and Murder Falcon. And I guess I got to go and read... and I didn't read General Grievous yet by Jodie Hauser. I'm in love with Jodie Hauser. Like, oh my God, she is the Star Wars nerd that I wish I knew when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, she is freaking awesome. But yeah, I got to go back to the comic book store. I was going to go today. I didn't. Derf. But I guess I got to go tomorrow and do the and get Little Bird. I think it's called. I forget what it's called. Anyway, everybody. I've had lots of people telling me to go and check that out. So guess what? Yes, both hands are free. Don't really get how feminists can blame sexism for the few negative reviews of Captain Marvel after the success of Wonder Woman. Ignore the successful female leads of the past, Wizard of Oz. Only because Brie Larson is an outspoken feminist. Much like, what the heck is Hermione Granger's name? People saying she's ugly. I don't find her unattractive in the slightest. I think that woman is gorgeous. Whoever played Hermione. Why can't I remember her name? Anyway, you know what? I'm going to wait for, what you call it? Oh my God, I can't remember any names right now all of a sudden. Raven. Pretty sure Raven's already posted it someplace down below. Anyhow, yeah, she's an outspoken feminist, and people right away attacked her, like, I don't want to see this movie because she's a feminist. Like, it happens. It happens. Yes, there's a lot of people saying because of feminism, I don't want to see this movie I don't want to see it because of Brie Larson. Okay, cool. You have that right. It's capitalism. Welcome to a capitalistic world. I don't have Facebook or Twitter. No problem, Eddie Kid. It is what it is. Yeto, yes, you're late. Damn it, how dare you? Oh, okay. Sean just deleted it. Message deleted by Sean Sullivan. What did you put there, Sean? What did you put there? There's Slay's thing. What the heck? Slay's thing. I was just talking about Pornhub, and all of a sudden I'm talking about things. Okay, wow, really, really far down. Holy crap. Okay, sorry guys, I'm going to skip ahead some. Maybe to about here. Emma Watson, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for putting in Emma Watson. Okay, I'm going to start from here, though. Mark Guerrero, Frank Miller needs to retire. He hasn't had a good book in a long time. Well, let's give him a chance with the Superman, dude. David Presley, for some reason I feel that Conan should stay separate from the Marvel Universe. So I personally feel it'd be cool once in a while to see him interact. Yes, and I think that's what they're actually going to do. Because it seems to be what they're going to be doing for the thing. But, yeah, I hear you. Crims A, what's going on? Welcome to the channel, brother. Or sister. I don't know. I'm going to say, I always say brother until I'm corrected. And then I will correct myself. The cryptic pages about the evolution in this week's comic suggest Jonathan Hickman over at X-Men. You know what? I would not be upset to hear that at all. Not even the slightest. P.A. Stewart. Oh, Suen is here. Hey, Suen, what's going on? I got freaking everybody up in here now. Sweet. Okay. So, Emma Watson is Hermione. Yep. Cryptid, what's going on, dude? She's not ugly at all. No, she is not. She is gorgeous. She is a gorgeous, beautiful woman. My God, she is gorgeous. Oh, wow, you hid and unhid Sean. Corey, what's going on, Corey Aaron? Hi, Professor. Hope I was polite cheering you up about Superman 9. I didn't find anything to be offended by, but of course I'm usually not offended. As long as nobody puts their hands on me, I'm usually not offended by anything, so is what it is. Emma Watson's a pretty chill lady. Oh, yeah. Brie Larson said nothing wrong. I don't think that she said anything wrong either, saying, by the way, what's up, saying? But unfortunately, there's people with agendas who are taking clips and putting it out of context and posting it, and people are responding to the clips, and that's annoying. And unfortunately, that's the world right now. People keep doing that. It's like, oh, I'm going to react to this clip. But you realize that when people clip things, you don't have everything. So you're reacting to things out of context. That was my kid. What? Somebody's kid? Al Ewing's Doc Samson looks like John Cena in the face. It's my individual opinion. It's all good, Corey. But yeah, Doc Samson is officially back. He's been resurrected. And in the next issue of the Immortal Hulk, they're going to explain how he got resurrected. I am so looking forward to that. I think you guys will be too. Because who brought him back? Ooh, excuse me. Um, Sean's a pretty cool guy. Sean S.h.i.e.L.D.'s a pretty cool guy. It's okay, Silva. Saying, hey, Professor, did you see the new Avengers Endgame trailer? Yes, and I actually got a little bit choked up for that one, too. Just a little tiny bit. I read that part in the script where Thor went and called for his hand, summoned his hammer, and it came right by Bree, and she kind of looks at him like, what was that about? I'm going to smile because I think that you're crazy. What were you trying to do? Like, she was not intimidated at all. And a woman that powerful, just someone, anyone that powerful, yeah, that would be like doing it next to Superman. You really think that Superman's going to flinch? Remember that game we used to play when we were kids? Hey, what's up, man? And like, ooh, 2 for flinching. Yeah, she did not get 2, which means she get to do 2 to him. If she was more familiar, if she didn't lose her memory, she would have been like, hey, nice one, Thor. 2 for not getting me. The positive energy you put in your show is outstanding, man. Really cool stuff. Thank you, Mike Podesta. I do what I can. Don't get why, Mark Guerrero says, don't get why some people act like comparing Captain Marvel and Shazam is some kind of act against women. We compare all superhero films 100%. If 2 superhero movies come out at the same time, they absolutely should be compared. Just there's no reason not to compare them 100%. Plus, the original name for Shazam was Captain Marvel. Before DC did all sorts of bad things and put out a company, allowed a company to, really forced a company to pretty much put themselves out of business because they didn't want to be dealing with frivolous lawsuits. Like, they already lost 2 lawsuits doing that. Oh my God, they were such bad people back then. Such horrible, terrible, bad people. And then Marvel came along and was like, well, if nobody's going to use that name, the rights have now gone into the air, so yoink, nobody should be Captain Marvel but our people. And then DC decided, well, since Fawcett Comics can't use the Captain Marvel character, we'll use the Captain Marvel character. And Marvel's like, hey, you know how you try and got us all the time in the past for names? Cease and desist, mother fathead. They're like, wait, really? Really? We can't? Okay. That was tentative for DC anyways, because technically, if there was justice, DC would not be allowed to use that character. It was only because they have written from Fawcett Comics that they would not use that character anymore. DC decided, well, I guess that we'll just use the character, and they claimed copyright and all that. Marvel could have done the same thing. Freaking, if I was alive back then, I could have done the same thing. That's real talk. That's real talk. So, yeah, messed up. Really messed up. Murder Falcon is crazy. Yo, why was I hearing Love Gun while I was reading it? Don't know why, but I was hearing it. No, I hear you, dude. Yeah, Love Gun's a good. You pulled the trigger on my love gun. Kiss, dude. Kiss. Can't go wrong. Kiss. Oh, hold on. It's jumping. It's jumping. It's jumping. Okay, I'm gonna go from here. I'm gonna go from right about here. Okay, Mark Guerrero. I could care less what Brie Larson said. They're good and bad feminists. True. Although her saying that the movie isn't for 40-year-old men comes off. Nope. Sorry. She did not say that. That is something that simply was not said. She did not say the movie isn't for 40-year-old white men. No. She did not say that. Again, that was a clip. That was somebody with horrible, terrible intentions taking something that she said in regards to A Wrinkle in Time. That movie was made, accordingly, it was made for black people. That's just the way it works. It was made for a black audience. It didn't do very well. It simply didn't do very well at all. Like, it is what it is. But Brie Larson said that a bunch of white guys coming up to her saying, you know what didn't work about A Wrinkle in Time for me is, and she says, whoa. She listened to them. She listened to them because she knows what they said. But then when she did the interview, she just simply said, this is why you got to listen to things in context. She simply said, honestly, I don't need a 40-year-old white man coming to me telling me what didn't work for them about A Wrinkle in Time. That movie wasn't made for you. And then she goes on and talks about something else. That is the conversation in context. So, that's the thing, man. Always be wary of who you're watching, listening to, where you're getting your information from. Especially today, man. People like the White House doctoring videos. The White House. doctoring videos in order to prove an agenda. It is the lowest point in American history right now. Absolutely, miserably pathetic. But that's the world right now. I just bought a keyboard for my son. I bought a keyboard thinking this was going to be a cool keyboard. Because I went to a music store. I got myself a nice guitar. My son was like, I love this keyboard. 5 years old, wants a keyboard. Wants to play, the organ. All right? So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm not buying this freaking monster, this hulking monstrosity for you, but I will go out and get one of those little Casio ones. I had one of those when I was a kid. I will absolutely get you one of those. And I went and I looked on Amazon. I looked all over the place, and all of a sudden I saw, they of course they're going to use my information, and they recommend something to me for Amazon.ca. That's instead of .com, it's .ca because I'm in Canada. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me check this out. And they show it, and it looks like a pretty big. They show this girl on this keyboard looking forward, and this thing is huge. It looks like it's almost as long as she is tall. I'm like, all right, this is the standard size. Let me grab this thing. I bought it. Came from freaking China. It took 3 weeks for it to come in the mail. 3 weeks. When I got it, I went to the Walmart to pick it up. When I got there, one hand, they handed me this little thing. I crap you not, it was this big. That's small. Hold this thing. I'm like, what? Okay. I bring it home. I open it up. I look at the picture. It's exactly what they said, was supposed to be. Ish. But the problem is that the keyboard, I could see they clearly photoshopped that to make it bigger. I was infuriated. And of course, I called them up. Well, I can't call them up, but I contact them. Like, hey, I don't like this. Like, it was bought through a third party. Ruger. You're going to have to contact the third party. But I got it on Walmart. How come I could buy it on Walmart, but I can't return it through Walmart? So I was pissed. At this point, I was infuriated. So I contact Ruger. I'm like, hey, your thing doesn't work. Like, their key's not working and blah, blah. I didn't even mention the size difference because, whatever. I don't want to intimidate anybody. But I'm just like, hey, not cool, man. Some of the keys don't even work. This thing was broken when I got it. I don't feel like waiting for a new one to come. I need you to just send me my refund. 100% refund. I'm going to send this thing back to you. They're like, what do you say if you keep it? We'll give you half your money back. I was like, I got a better idea. How about I throw it in the garbage and you give me all my money back? And they said, it's yours to do with as you wish. And I immediately got a full refund back. Damn good thing. Because, wow, I was mad. I don't know what I would... That's the thing. I say damn good thing. But let's be realistic. I'm one person, and here's a huge company, and it's through a third party overseas in China. So when I say, damn right you're going to do that, what if they didn't? What would I do? I'm a little nobody. I'm a nothing. We're not being represented. We are not being represented. That bugs me. Don't worry, guys. I do plan on making a separate channel so I can vent all of my political discourse there and then just do comic books here. Just every so often, man. Every so often. Okay. I say, what's going on here? Michael Louisel. What's going on? X-Men under Hickman will be amazing. Okay. We can't keep doing this. We don't know for a fact if Hickman is coming back to the X-Men. We don't even know if that thing refers to the X-Men. We're just insinuating at this point. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, all right? Subam, Eternals will be interesting if that happens. Oh, yeah. Eternals will be interesting regardless. And that's going to be the next big problem that everybody's going to have. One of the Eternals is going to be gay. But none of the Eternals were gay. People sitting there getting pissed off at me. Is Larry Traynor really gay? Because the Doom Patrol TV series, they got Negative Man is gay. Is he really gay? Well, he wasn't in any of the comic books I read, but here they made him gay. It's inclusivity. Yeah, but why don't they just make a whole new character? Because I don't think it really affects the story very much. In fact, it makes him more interesting. So, whatever. Who cares? Why are we caring about this stuff? I get it, but who cares? I say, I ship, as the kids say, Thor and Carol. I don't know what the kids say. In a couple of years, I'll know what the kids say when these little monsters are older. You probably hear them in there. They're getting ready for bed now. Mom's taking care of that. Go, Mom. Well, I feel like it will be Eternals because Hickman doesn't like X-Men fans. Wow! Sean with a bold statement. I'm going to be sad when Avengers ends, but going to be happy when X-Men and Fantastic Four come out. Still not excited for Shazam. I'm not unexcited, but yeah, we'll see. I'm going to buy my ticket in advance. I'm going to check that out. True Mate, what's going on? I haven't seen you in forever. Yeto, I'm actually more excited for Sonyverse. That's going to be a bit of a ways off. And I think that was sarcasm. I'm from Jersey. I know sarcasm very well. We're old friends. Eddie, I have a bad feeling about the funny moments from the movie already shown in the trailers. It might work. I think they're going to do, like, if they make it anything, anybody remember that old 1980s movie Big featuring Tom Hanks? If they make it anything like that, it is going to be one of the greatest superhero movies ever. Like, just go back and watch that movie. Go back and watch. I got to watch that movie with my wife. I don't think she ever saw that. You know, so I got to try and see if one of my channels has Big, because hell yeah, dude, that was a great movie. I have a bad feel. Oh, gotcha. Joshua Milton has debuted another Aquaman variant. I'll have to find it on Twitter. All the Spider-Man films. Okay, let's go down here. I highly recommend Umbrella Academy. Says yes. Yeah. The ending was a little flat for me, but it's fine. I didn't like number 1 very much, but I'm not a huge fan of bullies. I never really liked bullies. I think all of us comic book fans can relate to not liking bullies. Just saying. Let's see. Mark down here. I didn't watch Wrinkle in Time. Wasn't interested, and the bad reviews didn't help. But I'll give the director a chance with New Gods. Yeah, we'll see if she does any. She does good with it. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. Crazy. She's so angsty. I hope Superman Walmart is collected in trade. We don't get those here, believe it or not. They come in late here, if they come at all, because it's Canada. Canadian companies, even though they'll have the exact same name as the American companies, like Best Buy, Walmart, things like that, would you believe they're technically different companies, owned by the same people, and obviously the same name, but there is no way to make it the same company across the border. Can you believe that? So Walmart in Canada is not the same as Walmart in America. We do not always have the same stuff. We get things after America gets it. Like, everybody's upset because Canada or California gets stuff before the East Coast does. Yes, they do. That's their experiment stores. That's their experiment everything. With us, I'm saying, not so much. And up here in Canada, yeah, dude, sometimes we'll get things that nobody else gets. Like, we don't have Walmart up here. Walmart? No, Walgreens. We don't have Walgreens up here. So getting those variant Marvel Legends characters, like Mr. Fantastic, the Silver Surfer, and the New Thing, I don't have those. I don't have access to those. I have to hope and pray that somebody crosses the border and picks up a couple and brings them back over and says, hey, I'm selling some at not too much over the, inflated price. In which case, all right, cool, I'll check it out. But yeah, it sucks, dude. And returns don't work. If you buy something in America, in like, let's say Best Buy, I tried this. I can't return it in Canada, and my warranty that I bought only works in America, not in Canada. And obviously vice versa. That's terrible, dude. That is a horrible, terrible thing. Is what it is, though. She's cable. Oh, but something important. Last week, 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks ago, the Swamp Thing debuted a teenage Swamp Thing in there. So a new character, believe it or not. That's interesting. So first appearance, yay! But I don't have access to that comic book, so go figure. She's Cable's kid, so that makes sense. Oh, you're talking about Hope? Yeah, but still, it's hard to tolerate. Bullheaded characters tend to rub me the wrong way. I agree. Ben Affleck's new Netflix movie, Triple Frontier, is really good. All right, cool. Jay Nunya, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. I remember your last name. I love that. Do you think if Hickman comes back, he should do the Eternals? Why not, David? Idris Elba's going to replace Will Smith as Deadshot. Yeah, I'm down for that. Idris Elba's a freaking awesome character who's radically underutilized in Thor. Joe Tell. Hello, Joe Tell. Please no. I don't know what that's in relation to. Talking about rants never get me started on Australian space program. Well, Raven, whatever do you mean? Okay, scrolling down now. Jumped again. Okay, I'm going to start from here. Eddie Kidd, Destin Daniel Krypton was chosen to direct Shang-Chi. Yes, looking forward to it. I haven't ever seen any of his movies, though. Saiyan Klaus is my favorite character in Umbrella Academy. Klaus. Okay, yeah. I need season 2 now. Klaus is pretty cool. I like Diego. I thought he was freaking awesome. Like, the times when he fell on his face, that was a little bit weird, but, like, I loved Diego in the movie. That guy was just awesome. It's basically Bullseye. Bullseye and Wanted crossover. Mark Guerrero, I guess that what Bree said about Wrinkle in Time is true, but great movies can't appeal to everyone, even people not part of the target demographic. Well, that's the thing. Target demographics are there for a reason. Isn't it cheaper to film in Canada because less taxes? It's not just the idea of less taxes, although that's true. In reality, it's also the idea that they... I think you're talking about a general taxes. They amp up the taxes specifically for movies in Hollywood. So yeah, it's getting to the point where pretty much anywhere is cheaper. Even other parts of the United States, like Georgia, you'll see they'll keep going down to Atlanta to do some recording. Toronto, right down here. That's a big deal as of late. My wife was watching Umbrella Academy with me, and she's like, "Oh my God, right there, bang. They changed the name of the bus, but that place, that is a Canada exclusive. There's only one of that. I can't remember what the place was, but there's only one of that place in the world, and it's right here in Toronto. I pass by it going to work every single day." And I was like, "Oh, how do you like that? They didn't even change the name of that." And at one point, you do see like the Royal Bank of Ontario, I think it is, RBC, Royal Bank of Canada. You see an RBC there. You see like a whole bunch of, Canada exclusive stuff there that they didn't bother to change the name. Teen Titans, exact same thing. They did the same thing there too. Oh no, real life is calling Silver Surfer. In other words, he was hiding in his closet from his kids and they found his hiding space. Happens. Tim Board, let's all go tell DC Universe to get with the program and go international. Either that or stop annoying me on my Twitter timeline. What do you mean, get with the program and go international? I'm going to have to understand that better. Yeah, let me know what you mean by that, please. Sergeant Rock beats Captain America. Oh, get out of town, Mr. DC Comics. What the frick are you talking about, dude? Swelling Terror, thoughts on Guardians 3. I talked about it, really looking forward to it. Oh, what's this? Yeto's leaving? Thanks. Comes late, leaves early. Yeah, have a good one, Yeto. I'm joking. Seriously, have a good one. Thoughts what James Cameron said about superheroes? Screw James Cameron. That's like, honestly, dude, I'm going to say something mean over here again. That Yellow Flash guy, I see this Yellow Flash guy talking about comics every so often. I don't go and look at his stuff. I can't say that completely, but I don't follow this guy. You know what I'm saying? Once in a while, I'll see him talking about stuff, but not just Yellow Flash, but also what's his name? Your boy Zach, that guy. Comics Matter, he calls himself now. Comics Matter, he doesn't. I don't know what these guys think they know about comics. At least freaking what's his name? Zach, Richard Meyer, at least knows something about comics, like from the 80s. He knows something about some comics from the 80s. A little bit. He really doesn't know that much. Anybody who's a comics fan could go on those channels and you recognize right away, this guy does not know anything about freaking comic books, But not anything, but he doesn't know much. That Yellow Flash guy, I don't think he knows, look, if he knew what Mr. Fantastic's real name was, I'd be shocked. If he could name me 5 books that Jack Kirby did, or 1 book that Gene Colan wrote, if he could tell me what is the most famous comic book that Neil Adams ever wrote, if he could tell me things like that, 2 things would happen. 1, I'd be shocked. 2, I'd know that he was looking on Google. Because, this guy, he knows nothing about comic books. Nothing. nothing. I could smack him with a comic book. He would say, "What'd you just hit me with?" Meanwhile, he's looking right at it. The dude knows nothing about freaking comic books. Yellow Flash guy reeks of incel. Somebody once mentioned, and I don't see the guy anymore. Somebody once goes and mentions to me, "Oh, Yellow Flash attacked you on his channel." Like, psh, really now? Well, I just gotta check this out. So I go and I watch almost the entirety of one of his videos. Freaking killed me. But he finally gets to the point where he says, "Here's the funny thing about this absolute jackass, moron, retard, yellow belly, sap-sucking piece of dog crap." He goes and he says, "Oh yeah, as far as that guy who looks like he's homeless, such and such and such. Looks like I'm homeless. My Native American ancestry looks homeless to you? Sure, okay. What was it? Captain Cummings attacked me one time. He comes on my channel and he goes and he makes a whole bunch of comments. Shut up, you hippie. Get a haircut. Too young to be a hippie, too old to be a hipster, in case that's where you're going. How about this? Shut up." Like, not even worth a response, you freaking moron. But the Yellow Flash goes and says that guy to me. Yellow Flash. There is no such thing as the Yellow Flash. What the hell is the Yellow Flash? Wait, are you talking about the Reverse Flash? Is that what you're talking about? Professor Zoom? Is that what you're talking about? Like, once again, even in his name, he shows he has no freaking idea what he's talking about. So just, oh my god, he's stupid. Stupid. But this moron, he goes and says, "Oh, and he's always talking about fighting." Like, some people, when they talk about fighting, they're just saying that so that you'll stay away from them. I greet everybody who I meet. Every time somebody's like, "Oh, hey, dude, Bill, right? You can call me Professor if that's where you know me from." "Oh, Professor, what's going on, man? Oh my God, I love your work. Oh no, it's awesome." So far, I haven't gotten anybody who comes and says, "Hey, Professor, you suck." So far, it hasn't happened yet. I'm waiting for it. In the meantime, like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, people come up and I'm just like, "Dude, what's going on?" Sometimes you get a hug if you're not watching out, but like, "Oh, what's going on, man? Oh, hey, how you doing?" Like that, like, "Oh, hey." Yeah, I'm very hands on. No, I don't run away from people. I don't want people to stay away from me. I enjoy hanging out with people. I genuinely enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk with you. I'll hang out with you. High five if I got time. What do you call it? Yeah, I'll go have a slice of pizza with you. You know what I'm saying? I've done that with fans before. I'll go have a freaking slice of pizza with you or something like that. I have no problems with people coming up to me. No worries whatsoever. But why do I talk about fighting so much? Could it be because I served 6 years in the United States Army Infantry? Could it be that since I was 8 years old, I studied the martial arts? Joe Rogan always talks about fighting too. And he was in the martial arts for as long as I was. He's better at it than I am because that's what he constantly does, and he did it professionally. Technically, I did it professionally too when I was an assistant sensei. I did get paid for that after all. But, I also talk about engineering every so often. I used to be an electrical engineer. I'll talk about marketing because I used to be a marketer. I talk about teaching and I'll talk about the proper formats of English because I am currently and was a professor, university level. Not level. I actually taught at university teaching English as a foreign language. It's funny. We talk about the things that we know. Why would someone talk about something you don't know? Oh, that's right. Yellow Flash talks about comic books. Fucking jackass. Shut up and go away. Bury your head in the sand, you freaking retard. Anyway, so, let's see. Professor, how are you? Hey, Logan Torres. You came in during an angry rant. Professor Thorgy is really good with comics. I was very upset that I found out there's a guy named Professor Thorgy. I almost gave him a piece of my mind until I realized his channel is older than mine. It's like, technically, he should be giving me a piece of his mind. So, yeah, that's the thing. I heard the magical word hug. That pleases me. Hey, you ever show up at Gotham Central? Hug. How do you fix X-Men and Fantastic Four in the MCU? Oh, fit. I was going to say fix. They're not broken. They never came in before. What are you talking about? Subham. Fit them in. They're going to go cosmic. When are the X-Men ever on Earth? Plus there's the whole Phoenix thing and all that stuff. Just ignore all the stuff that already happened. Wait a little while and just introduce them. Because you know what? They're introducing the Eternals. Excuse me. At some point, that means they're probably also going to be introducing the Deviants. What is a Deviant? A Deviant is technically the original mutant. And the Earth 616, technically, the original Deviants were mutants. that was part of their power. They have the power of radical, weird evolutions. So when you introduce the Inhumans, or not the Inhumans, the Eternals, you've got the X-Men just a thumb click away. Like it's literally like a step away. You know what I'm saying? So perfect. And as far as the what do you call it? The Fantastic Four, I forget who mentioned it, and I feel bad that I forget who mentioned it. But somebody mentioned it, and I retweeted it, or at least I commented on it on no, it was James Tinian the Fourth. James Tinian the Fourth mentioned it. He says, "Can we have it that the Fantastic Four went into space years ago, and then went through a time loop in space, and then are just now returning to space, returning from space to Earth with their powers and all these crazy things going on? That wouldn't be so bad. That wouldn't be so bad at all. I would be totally okay with that." But there's lots of ways to introduce that. Just people who are curious, people who are trying to investigate superpowers and stuff like that. I would very much be down with that. But while you're doing that, you can also introduce Adam Brashear the exact same way. So Blue Marvel, baby, Blue Marvel, Slay coming from Kuwait. You're in Kuwait? Oh wow. I was in Kuwait City for a little while. I know that takes up the majority of Kuwait, but I was in Kuwait City for a little while when I was over in the Middle East. Logan Torres, I like you too, man. No, I don't sweat it. It's funny to me, and I enjoy talking about that stuff. But coming from Kuwait, I heard the get a haircut crap all the time. Oh wow, even got taken to the police station for having long hair. Wow, I am sorry. I am sorry. Suan, stop giving me more reasons to come to Gotham. My wallet needs a rest. I went to the Toronto Comic Con and picked up my issue 2 of Lady Wrath. Oh, it's already out. Sweet. And you do realize that the guy Austin, what's his full name? I can't remember. I have Lady Wrath over here also, but yeah, that guy Austin, he actually used to work at Gotham Central. He left because he got a different job someplace else, a better paying job. But yeah, I know him. I did a review for Lady of Wrath. So, okay, good. It's about time that it's out. And the artist, man, holy crap, he is freaking amazing. So yeah, I got to look forward to issue 2 of Lady of Wrath. There's supposed to be 5 issues of that. What are your thoughts, William AAS, on Avengers No Road Home and almost, if not a year, of the Immortal Hulk? I do all that in my reviews of those individual issues, dude. And yeah, I meant every word I said. Let's see. Saying, hey, Professor, please read Invincible. It's getting an animated series too. I may do a spotlight on story on something like that, just because. David, funny what you said about Yellow Flash. I was crying and laughing so hard. Are you still on board with Tom King's Batman? By the way, hello, Professor. What's up, Andreas Carl? Welcome to the channel. Yes, I am. I still do all the reviews for them and everything. I don't really have a problem with Tom King. Dylan, what's going on, Dylan? How you doing? Logan Torres, I would like to see a Terrax story in a movie. Dude, when you have Galactus, all that stuff is open. I can't wait to see it. What's one of your favorite DC series from the past? I'm going to say besides anything that that Hawkman was ever in. I'm going to be fair with that. I'll even say things that Green Lantern wasn't in. DC story from the past. I would have to say, let's see, it depends on how far in the past we're going. I'm trying to remember the one series that I read. You know what? I did like the Ant-Man. Look what I just did there. I like the Atom story where he was in the microverse, not in the microverse per se, but like in the forest and all this stuff. And I'm trying to remember the name of that one specifically because I was planning on doing a spotlight on story for that, but I'm missing one of the comic books. I think there was 4 issues of that. I know I'm missing one of them. I can't remember which one. I gotta talk to my guy, see if I can get that last one because I really did want to do a spotlight story on that. But anyway, yeah, DC has had a lot of really good ones from back in the day. Like crap, they had a lot. Maybe Invasion. I'm going to say Invasion. I'm trying not to do things that are, so popular. I'm trying to do some of the lesser known stuff, but I'd probably have to go with Invasion. Like, that just sparked so much imagination, and it gave the DC universe not necessarily mutants, but kind of. It gave them meta. That was the first time metahuman was ever used in a sentence for DC. That's when they became a thing. So you could. So if they wanted to, DC could at any moment just say, "Oh yeah, this guy, he's got powers." Excuse me, because of the whole boof, thing with the Dominators, the Dominion. They could just do that, right? But yeah, unfortunately, they don't really do that too often. Actually, they haven't done that in forever. I'm from Kuwait, but studying in London. Okay, cool, cool. Let's go here. Superman books will be crossing over now in June with other books. Yeah, the Leviathan storyline, Subham. Mark, Justice Society versus Invaders. We're already at that point. Justice Society versus the Invaders. That's actually a good one. Because I don't think that Justice Society would last against the Invaders because Namor is on the team. If they understood what he was and was able to get him away from the water for long enough, for like an hour or more, they might stand a chance. And I hate saying that, knowing that Hawkman would be on that team and the original Green Lantern, but yeah, Atom Smasher would be something else. But I feel that Namor would just wreck house on that guy. And I mean, realistically, no matter which version, even if you include Stargirl into that, like, what's she going to do against Captain America? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's going to be and she'd probably be going after Bucky if anything else, but Bucky would probably trounce her. Thanos versus Krona? Nah, dude, Krona's way too powerful. That's not even fair. Segment, yes, Ta-Nehisi Coates is doing good things for Marvel. Captain America, yeah, I haven't been seeing the Black Panther storyline. Just waiting for the intergalactic planetary thing of Wakanda thing to end, because that's just too much for me. I heard that they introduced symbiotes in space, space symbiotes then, which, whatever, they're from space anyway, the planet Clintar, which means the planet Cage. What's your favorite comic book ever? Favorite single issue comic book? There's no such thing. There's no such thing, because I like comic books for all sorts. I'll like comic books for art. I like comic books for writing. I like comic books for covers. You know what I'm saying? I like comic books for way too many reasons. But I do usually refer back to Shadow War of Hawkman issue number 1 by Tony Isabella, because that was the first comic book I ever bought with my own money, and it was a very important comic book to me, for that specific reason. That's when all of a sudden it wasn't just a hobby that that comic books fall into my lap, but rather I actually actively started going out, saving up money, working to make money in order to go out and buy comic books. Like, I used to do chores. I understood the tenets of capitalism because I wanted to get my own comic books. I didn't want to just have a bunch of comic books with no covers dropped in my lap, not knowing what they are and whatnot. I wanted to actually be able to go out and choose my own comic books, so I knew what I was getting and enjoy them that way. Coates' Black Panther is really getting good. T'Challa. Crap. Oh, wow, you guys are talking really fast. Okay, I can't follow all of this. Okay, I'm going to go from Suan. Yes, Austin and Ollie are amazing. I brought them chocolate in the shape of Fabergé egg with Spider-Man's logo on it. I wonder whether they can bring themselves to eat it. Raven, that's cool. We know the same people. Raven, Invasion was poorly covered in the CW universe. I heard. I didn't watch it, but yeah, I heard. It's a shame. It is what it is. Saiyan, have the X-Men been hiding since the beginning? Maybe. Justice Society has Spectre. Yeah, I know. They have a few people, but I don't see... That's the thing. They have Spectre, but when Spectre was there, he was just the detective Spectre. He wasn't the cosmic upgrade of the Spectre we have now. That's like the difference between Eclipso when he first came out and Eclipso now. Eclipso now is an effing god. You know what I'm saying? Back then, Eclipso was just this dude who was kind of cool. You know, so not it wouldn't be the same spec. It couldn't be the same Spectre. Um, Logan, Professor really enjoyed the Captain Marvel movie, but that cat stole the show, and I see a Super Skrull movie in the future. Also, I'm speculating Naomi is crossing over to DC. What do you mean Naomi is crossing over to DC? You mean the comic book Naomi? I figure it kind of already is DC because like Superman was in it. Um, I know it's an imprint, but whatever. Cool, cool. If it actually becomes a regular DC comic, I'm sure it's doing well. It's got to be. I see a lot of people reviewing it. That usually means a lot of people are buying it too. Mr. DC Comics, Justice Society has Doctor Fate. They do have Doctor Fate, but Hulk is usually oh, excuse me. I'm thinking Defenders. No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I guess that incarnation. Come on, man. Like it's stretching to say like it's like Superman on the Legion of Superheroes is not the same. Superboy is not the same as Superman today. Like there's a difference. It's like you got to go by what they were at the time. But I hear you. I hear you. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Crimes or Crims, probably be Crims. Black Panther Sword of Confusion as a new reader. It's sort of confusing as a new reader. Yes, it 100% would be, and I think that it was in poor decision making to do that storyline right after the freaking movie came out. Like they don't relate to each other at all. There's no relation to the movie and that comic book. So, yeah, no, that I think that was a terrible decision to do something like that. Jonathan Hickman or Ed Brubaker writing style you like more? As far as that Captain America series is concerned, I liked Ed Brubaker better, but Jonathan Hickman has written more good stuff in my opinion, like his the Fantastic Four run, the X-Men, the X-Men, yeah. Whatever when he did for Avengers, the events and whatnot. Like I mean. This dude, he can't write a regular story. He has to write an event. That's what he's built for. Like that's the way he thinks. That's the level he thinks on. Brubaker, meanwhile, got pissed off that he even had to write a House of M story, which it was still a really good House of M story for Captain America. But he's just like, you're interrupting my flow. And Hickman's just like, what? You want me to do it? Okay, fine. Here, take it. It's like, this is a really good script. I said take it. Go away. Take it and go. Take it and go. That's Hickman. So I'd probably have to give it to Hickman overall. Sue-Ann wants Goose. The problem is Goose isn't a cat. So I don't know what to tell you. Freaking Flarkins. Flurkins. If Hickman comes, then Marvel will be in an amazing position. Def Rocker, what's up? Disney always did racist stuff. Oh, wow. You're watching way in the past, dude. Did you read regular books, audiobooks versus comic books? Do you read regular books? Oh, yes. I haven't actually read a regular novel in a while. The last novel I specifically remember reading was Red by R.E.D. by Sammy Hagar. Yeah, I know. That was right before I went to Saudi Arabia. And then I only read textbooks. And yeah, I would actually read the whole textbook through because I had to learn all that stuff. I had to teach Middle Eastern history in a history class once a week. So I had to read the entire textbook to have a good understanding of it. What do you call it? I don't remember if I read any more novels since then. I don't think I did. Although I must have. I just can't remember. The last book I remember sitting down and actually reading. And it's funny, that was the first book I ever read on digital format. I had a Kudu, I think they were called. Kudu? That was the one from Barnes & Noble. Borders. This is one from Borders, when Borders was a thing. Let's see. But no, I do listen to a bunch of audiobooks, though. It just makes it so much easier. Just have that playing in the background, and I can pay attention to that while focusing on writing something or even reading something else. I know there's probably going to be a lot of people saying, how do you listen to a book and read a book at the same time? I can. one of the things that I wish I could do also, and I would probably be willing to, well, maybe be willing to trade that up, is I wish that I could sing and play guitar at the same time. And there are people who can do that, and I wish I could do that, but I can't, unfortunately. I can't focus on the two different things at the same time. I can, pat my head and rub my belly at the same time, but I can't sing and play guitar at the same time. Literally, it's one or the other. And I'm not so great at singing anyway, so there's that. But, yeah. Let's see. Joe Tell, what's up? I think he meant DCEU. I don't know who the he is. I'm sorry. Subam, do you think we will get many books launched from DC after Doomsday Clock? Like you said, after Rebirth, new books? Yes, we apparently are. It's going to change everything. Okay, going down a little bit further. Crimze, what's... crap, it just jumped. What's one book that means a lot to you? No, I'll give you two. No, okay. Just one book that means a lot to me. 1984 by George Orwell. Understanding the idea of freedom of speech. Understanding the idea of, like, I couldn't be one of those pedestal standing, shout you down SJWs, but I could easily be an SJW if I didn't, and I don't even like using the term, but it's just everybody, for the most part, understands it. I do believe in fighting for social justice. I do believe in fighting for people's rights. Even if people, want to call me a white knight or whatever, I will absolutely, like, if I see somebody acting in a way that I believe is racist, if I see, like, a black person is being, talked down to in a line or told to hurry up or whatever, or even when I have spoken out many times when I hear somebody making a comment about not being able to speak English. Because that's a big deal for me, because I teach English. I actually teach English. That's my profession right now. So if somebody says, like, dude, welcome to America, learn English. I've turned around in line, like at an ATM or we're standing on some kind of a line and somebody's asking a question, but their English isn't great. I'll turn around and be like, hey, I teach English, and we're actually looking for volunteers. Don't worry. You don't need any experience. I'll teach you. So rather than just complain, I sometimes will say that. So rather than just complain, you can come and actually do something about it. Usually what I'll say is, I'm really hoping that I see you down at, the local library. That would be great. And we'll run some free classes and get some people to actually start learning some English to welcome them to America. Or are you just simply here to curse somebody out in line and not actually do something about it? Yeah, that's usually the case. I'm very hard on people who do that. If you're one of those people, consider changing, because that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. There are people out there who could speak 5 languages. English doesn't happen to be one of them. And people would be like, dude, learn English. How many languages can you speak? You know what I'm saying? Like that. I myself, I can speak 5 languages. I'm taxi driver fluent in 5 languages. Well, besides English. That I'm a little bit higher in English. But like I can have a conversation at a store with a taxi, conversational, just walking down the street, whatever, in 5 languages. Well, 4 languages besides English. And I'm okay in 2 others. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I actually practice what I preach. I can go to another country and speak to people in their languages. And I do. I actually do. So, there's that. So when people, turn around, it's like, dude, learn English. Dude, that's an example of privilege right there. There is no national language in America. And there's a reason for it. There's a very good reason for it. The only place that's actually legally enforced is the military. That's it. No other place. And that's only because that's some place where communication is key. You know what I'm saying? We actually have an assigned language there. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan when people say things like that. But having read 1984 is a way for me to regulate myself, to step back and recognize that, yeah, when people start shutting down other people for certain things, some things I'm good with it. But certain things, like understanding the kinds of things that people say, there's going to be people who are going to hate me for this, and oh well. I fully support what Ilhan Omar said. When you take it in context, she did not say anything racial. She was talking about, very pointedly, she was talking about politics and big money, big corporations or special interest groups. That's what she was talking about. All of them. All of them. the all the lobbies and whatnot. That's what that was. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, try and put words in my mouth, consider going to read 1984 by George Orwell. That will tell you exactly what you're doing. And it's not just that. The SJWs do it also, like the extreme SJWs do it also, shutting people down for speech and things like that. God forbid somebody should. I believe that Hulk Hogan deserves a second chance. I 100% believe that Hulk Hogan deserves a second chance. I've been called a racist for saying that before. Okay, whatever. I'll take your words. I'll take your words. Saying things like, I don't agree with what you're saying, but I 100% support your right to say it. That depends. For me, that depends. Because if you're uttering racist rhetoric, no, you may have a right to say it. But understand, First Amendment only protects you from the government interfering. It doesn't protect you from me. So I get to turn around and call you a racist. And that is also protected under freedom of speech, So, yeah, I was very careful to understand what the First Amendment really meant because of the book 1984. That meant a lot to me. Shutting people down in speech, not giving them a platform to speak, but at the same time understanding dog whistling and things like that. Oh, we can't call people, we can't call black people the N-word anymore, so we'll say things like ignorant because, I remember when I was a kid growing up, people saying things like, oh, I heard that the N-word just means a way of saying ignorant to someone. That's cute. And it sounds good when you're young and dumb. But then you grow up and you suddenly realize, well, then why don't they use that word when it comes to non-black people? You suddenly realize what the dog whistling is. 1984 was a very important book to me. It helped me to really understand speech. So, yeah. I hope that more than gave my explanation. I hope my explanation was good enough. Professor, looking forward to a review of Symbiote Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to reading it. Viclops, what's going on, dude? One step too far. What up? How you doing? Suan, the tentacles only make Goose cooler. Usually when we're talking about tentacles, like if this were a manga movie, it would suddenly become a hentai movie if we were talking about tentacles. So I'm just saying. What's up, Red Black Cane? How you doing? Mark Guerrero, Gotham finale. Batsuit was leaked. I saw that. Okay, gotta jump down. Sorry. I really hated that movie. I don't know what movie you're talking about, but okay. You guys didn't like Ragnarok? Sabah's here. Joe Tell is here. Eddie Kidd, what was so bad about Ragnarok? What are you guys talking about? Oh, JD, are you on the Facebook group? Because somebody posted, it was probably you, maybe your real name or something like that, but I just got finished seeing you talking someone down about something on Facebook. Somebody took the clip and posted it on the Facebook group, Comic Book University. That was pretty fun. I was like, JD, I know that guy. Doublespeak, yes. Thought Police, etc. Yeah, all that good stuff. I liked Ragnarok. I just like Dark World better. Wow, okay. My neighbor growing up showed me that white power hand signal he learned in his rural school. What? What's the white power hand signal? I don't know what that is. Not surprised by the stuff in Wisconsin. Mark Guerrero, what do you think is better, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the comic book, or Penny Dreadful TV series? Unfair, because I never watched the Penny Dreadful TV series. I know I'm going to get attacked for that. Okay, you guys are talking over there to each other. AC/DC Thunder song for Shazam trailer needs to happen. Thunderstruck, that's what it's called. Yes, Mr. DC Comics. Thunderstruck would be a great one for that. Eddie Kidd, I'm about to head out also. Oh, yeah, I heard actually, you know what? Yeah, Joe Rogan was just talking about this. Somebody was talking about that with Joe Rogan, this thing. When I was a kid, we used to use that. It just meant like you put it below your waist, and if somebody looks at it, you punch them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always got. From Beverly Hills Cop. What? How do you feel about the Captain Marvel film now? After all this time, I can't wait to go and I'm hoping to go and see it tomorrow with the wife and kids. I'm hoping they don't get completely freaked out by. Okay, my 3-year-old is laughing about something. It's upside down upside down that way. Yep, dude. These hand symbols are ridiculous, man. I remember when I was in school, somebody, when I was really young, was it this? I think it was this. If you did a hand symbol like this, it meant you were gay, which I don't know how that meant anything. I don't know. I remember I went and I showed my father. I was like, "Hey, Dad, what does this mean?" He's like, "How am I supposed to know what all this kiddie stuff is that you guys do in school?" You know, I didn't do all that silly stuff. We just fought for a living. Like, okay, cool. What do you call it? But I remember, I remember I got into an argument with this one kid. We were in a lunchroom, and that was the big cafeteria. And it was huge, whole bunch of us. And I remember this one kid was saying stuff to me, and I was like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up," just like that. And at one point, he goes and says something like, "Yeah, well, you're stupid." And I looked at him. I believe I was only 7 years old, and I said to him, "F you." But I said the whole thing. All right? And, like, everybody just went, deep inhalation of breath. So he went up and he told the teacher. Now, the teacher happened to be a serious hippie. And she was like, "Tell him to come up here." So I went up there also. And she says, "Oh, wait, no, no, no. No, that's what it was. No. I didn't say F you. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I gave him the bird. I flipped him off. That's what it was. He called me stupid, and I flipped him off. I gave him the bird. That's what it was." Went up and, like, told on me. He's like, "Oh, hey, hi, you want to see me?" "Yes. What is going on between you two?" And there's, like, this long speech between them. And she's like, "Why can't we just say, instead of doing hand gestures, why can't we just say what's on our mind to each other?" I was not always a particularly good kid, so when she said that, I turned and looked at him. I was like, "Okay, you." I said, right in front of the teacher. Her jaw didn't drop physically, but you could tell in her mind it did. So she just went, "Why don't you two boys just go separate?" She said to say it. That's what I understood. Oh, man. Which ear should you pierce? Oh, that's right. If you got your right ear pierced, you were gay. If you got your left ear pierced, you were an awesome headbanger, dude. Yes, I remember that. Holy crap, I forgot about that. Vince Harper, what's up? Back in Professor's Day, he took a horse and carriage to school. What are you talking about? Horses weren't even invented yet. Shut up. I walked 10 miles to school, uphill in snow, both ways. Took my mom, Jotel says, to see Captain Marvel. She loved it. Then proceeded to say what she wants her to team up with Wonder Woman. Yeah, your mom knows about as much about comic books as Yellow Flash does. Oh, I went there. I'm messing. What's up, Mom? In the words of Michael Scott, Abraham Lincoln once said, "If you are a racist, I will attack you with the North." Your mom is awesome, Jotel. Do you still have copies of Little Bird? I'm sure we do. I'm hoping so, Jay Nunya, because I have to go and buy one. And if they don't have it, then unfortunately I'm going to be stuck getting it on digital. They never run out of digital, just saying. But I kind of want to have that physical because there are a lot of people telling me I'm going to love it. So, Sabah took my mom also to see Captain Marvel, and she normally dislikes the genre, but she really enjoyed herself. Sweet. Bill was a rebel as a child, I could tell. Oh, yeah. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. I wish I could travel by horse. Yeah, I do too. I kind of do too. I know how to ride a horse, believe it or not. When I lived in Ohio, I took horse riding and archery. And I learned a little bit more about archery afterwards. I'm actually teaching my son. I haven't started, so when I say teaching, it's actually future tense. I will be teaching my son, future tense participle. I will be teaching my son archery. I got him a 15-pound draw strength bow, and oh yeah, we're going crazy. Bill rode a raptor to school. Yes, I did, damn it. Yes, I did. Are we doing Yo Mama jokes now? We could do Yo Mama jokes. I grew up in what white people call a bad neighborhood, meaning there were a lot of black people where I lived. Yeah, I know mama jokes, dude. We could do mama jokes. Jesus wrote those too. Segment. Oh, crap, segment. Oh, dude. We're in Ohio. Poor Clinton. I lived in Port Clinton, Ohio for 3 years. 3 years. Um, I didn't care for Captain Marvel. It was an okay movie, but don't hate me. I don't hate you. Professor Bill, you created the wheel, didn't you? No, but I knew the guy who did. I actually created dirt. I think the Tar Magnificent was Captain Marvel #1, one of the best variants of the year. Yo, Mama's so fat, Thanos had to snap twice. I like that. I saw that one. I saw that one recently. Okay, let's see. Okay, how many of these are we doing? There's 9 of them. I don't know if we could do 9. Let's see what's up with them. I'm going to show you the covers. Shoot. Okay, I've got to get in. Okay, here's the bad thing. You guys aren't going to be able to see this. I've got my phone. Oh, jeez, you can't even see the freaking. Okay, all my Star Wars stuff is going to fall down. I've got all my Star Wars ships on my desk, so I can't. So I got like the B-Wing here. I got all my Star Wars ships on the desk, so not all of them. I got 4 of them behind me too. But anyway, I've got my phone plugged in. Oh, there you go. You can see I got my phone plugged in. I need a new battery for my phone. I'm sorry. I can't actually do the segment because I can't bring my I can't unattach my phone. I need a new battery. My phone actually died for about 2 hours today while I was out. Fortunately, my wife was right there. She's the only person I ever really call, so she was right there, and we just couldn't get lost because my phone actually died. The battery is just it's stupid at this point. Let's see. Whoa. Comic Night. Bill, did you go to Fan Expo? I didn't see you. When was Fan Expo? No. Toronto went. Fan Expo is not until August. I was in Fan Expo. Are you saying the most recent Fan Expo? I was there, but only on Thursday. I was only, the wife was working the whole week. We couldn't get a babysitter. It was just impossible. I didn't want to bring the kids and all that stuff. So we were able to get a babysitter for Thursday. My wife and I went. What do you call it? I didn't get the chance to see John Byrne, unfortunately, which is sad because I was spending a lot of time talking to, what's his name? Jim Zub, who sat right next to John Byrne. That was on Thursday. I spent a lot of time talking to him. We've talked a few times. And then I got an you could see I did an interview with Neil Adams. I did an interview with Neil Adams that Thursday for Fan Expo. So last August. Yeah, I did a few things. Oh, I also I didn't get the chance to. I had a chance. Mike Mignola, not Mike Mignola. Shoot, was it Mike Mignola? Okay, I'm brain farting right now. I'm trying to think way too fast. I can't remember his name. I always forget what the names are. The first things to go when I'm thinking too fast. But anyway, yeah, they I did something. Just go and check out my interviews. I think the last 2 interviews that I did were at what do you call it? The Fan Expo. So go to my front page and scroll down where you see interviews, and boom, you'll see that. Oh, you meant Comic-Con. Yeah, no, I didn't go to the Comic-Con. There was just no way to do that. Your mom is so fat, ego orbits her. Oh, nice one. Nice one. And super ego is right there next to him. Alter ego. Okay. Does your wife read comics? Unfortunately, no. I know she's not that cool. Did I watch Paw Patrol? Yes, and I've got it recorded. I just have to edit it really quick and then upload it. And I'm also going to be uploading a 10 Things About Mento. That's the character that I did. So I did Mento, and boom, there you go. Perry Comics, what's going on? Where's your store you get your comics from, Bill? Gotham Central Comics and Collectibles in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. And if every Tuesday at about 6 o'clock p.m., this week it was 2 hours late because life sucks. But the This Week in Comics video that I do, yes, that's my most popular scheduled video that I do. So, yeah. Raven wins the Your Mama jokes because it was very fresh. It was very new. Neil Adams believes in Hollow Earth theory. I love him. Does he really believe in Hollow Earth? He's a weird guy, man. I love him. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't put in the interview because he started giving me advice on the stock market, and it was not good advice. I actually took an economics class before, and it was not good advice. So yeah, he's fun though. He's fun. Wow, he believes in Hollow Earth. Okay. Let's see. Vince Harper, what's going on, dude? Comic Night, sup? I've been collecting all the Marvel Tales comics. Nice one. I'm wondering if it's going to be a monthly thing. Excuse me, because the last one announced is Iron Man. Sweet, sweet. I'm hoping that it is. They've got more than enough comics that they could do that. Yeah, he's nutty. Mark Guerrero, what do you prefer, V for Vendetta or Watchmen? I gotta go with V for Vendetta. I loved that story so much, and it reminded me of 1984. And I do believe that, like, revolution was written into the Constitution, man. Like, everybody forgets the whole, civil disobedience, is not proper, or like it should be as civil as possible and blah, blah, blah. Yo, the freaking, our founding fathers in America took over the country. It was just a British colony. They straight took it over. They usurped the whole damn thing. They were freaking, like, these guys are, if there was a college for revolutionaries, they would all be on the honors roll, dean's list, full paid scholarship to university, because that's what these guys were. They were revolutionaries, and they wrote it into the Constitution that every so often we should ratify the whole damn thing. So, yeah. V for Vendetta, man, in every way, shape, and form. If you get a chance, you should check out Dimension X that resides in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. There's a Facebook page. If I'm ever in Harrisburg, absolutely, or close to it, I will. The eccentric breaks of reality make a writer better, in my opinion. 1984 was a great novel. Brave New World 2. Brave New World was pretty good, mostly talking about genes, gene therapy, and things like that. Yes, a lot of that makes sense. Grant Morrison is producing an adaptation of Brave New World for sci-fi, I believe. You know what? I think I saw something like that. I forgot about it. JD. I feel like I'm stuttering when I do that. JD. It almost sounds like Jodeci. Almost. It sounds like I should be saying Jodeci. Just saying. Deep cut on that one, right? Sabah, are there any comics announced you're looking forward to? Did that in the beginning of the show. And with that, I am going to end this show. 1 hour and a half and 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to cut this, not cutting it short. I'm going to cut this off. I am going to go in there and make the most awesome freaking Caesar salad that you guys will not actually get the chance to see. I'm not bothered, Sabah. It's no big deal. I'm not mad at you. Come on, man. But yeah, dude, if it doesn't turn out well, we'll be getting a new Flash. Yeah. Grant Morrison and Ezra Miller. Why is Ezra Miller writing the freaking Flash movie? That just doesn't make sense. Anyway, good. I'm glad Grant Morrison is. Just do Flashpoint. It only makes sense. It's dumb to not do Flashpoint. It doesn't make sense. Anyhow, so yeah, I'm out. I'm going to go make my Caesar salad. It's going to be badass. I'm going to just sit there and be like, loud crunching and everything. Because I'm mostly Italian, and there you go. Oh, but I also got to start uploading some stuff, and Red Black Cane just pointed out to me. Yeah. So, got to return to workout. Just dropped something. Caesar salad the day after Ideas March. A day after the Ides of March. You are correct, dude. Vince Harper, dude. The no prize for this podcast goes to you, my friend. Nice one on that. Beware the Ides of March. Anybody who's not familiar with that, go look that up and make sure you go and read Julius Caesar. Wasn't that our 10th grade? It was like Romeo and Juliet in 9th grade, Julius Caesar in 10th grade. 11th grade was Hamlet, and then Macbeth is senior year, right? Bang. Night, Bill. Thanks for all your awesome podcasts. Well, but of course, we never get to see the Caesar salad. This isn't our age. Well, I can't be one of those people like I can't go full millennial and start like taking pictures of my food and posting them. Like I can't do that, man. Anyway, love, peace, and hair grease to all you guys, and I will indeed talk to you guys later. So, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.